right. Let's get some motherfucking wreck. Warm up real quick before I start this league game.
So that way your curl flat plays the 5, so he can't really hit that tight end. Maybe he can. Let's just see what his option is. I'm going to QB contain. Not going to set a spy out there. I don't really need one right now. It's the AI. I could shut that down as soon as I want. When we come over here with the crossing route, he really has nowhere to go, so it's over for that. Now you can set a spy out there if you want, have 2-man crash rush, whatever you want to do, does not matter. Now what I like about this defense is against tight formations. Let me explain. Let me show you guys. And you want to bring this defense in every now and then. And there's different variations. There's so many different variations you can do with all these defenses. But let me show you guys what I like to do with this one. So I'll come over here to about, I'll change these to, well, right here, I'll change these to 5 or 10. Maybe 10, maybe 5, doesn't matter. I guess 5. And we come over here to show 2. But what I like running cover 4 show 2 against are tight formations. So if there's a tight slots, right? This is where you really want to run it. So let's run the flood. Let's see what they find here. But what we want to do is we want to baseline and press. When you face a tight formation, this is going to be your best bet. All right. Now we have quarter flats. You can run the play stock if you want. I just don't know. I think the table routes get open instantly. So like we literally have to come over here. Well, actually he doesn't. Everything's pretty much locked up. So he's got nowhere to go with a stock defense. Okay, against tight formations. So if you're struggling against tight formations, baseline pressing this cover 4 show 2, and you're gonna notice. We'll go back. I thought the flat would be open, but I guess it's playing a lot better. And then you still have this where you crash out and contain like this. So you have this pass rush, which is really good. Watch the middle of the field. This way, this way, this way. He's got nobody, bro, except this guy over here. But I would probably, like myself, would stay there and watch that. So let's just say the escape artist is giving you hell. When you're playing tight formations, you can come over here and take your outside linebacker, put him on a spy. Okay? Spread the line out, QB contain. So it looks like this. And now you're ready to go. Okay, so you play these tight formations, you'll know what to look for, and you just start taking things away one by one. Just like that. You see what I'm saying? So use this defense to your advantage, man. Like I said, let me show you guys how they do 3-3-5 really quick. So you'll be used to it. So one thing is you're going to need to set this play in your audible. So let's go ahead and take out Tampa 2, and then we'll put cover 4 show 2. All right? And then we're going to come to 3-3-5, and we're going to make the proper substitution. So let's go ahead and put safeties. Black, we'll go ahead and take this guy out, put Davis, and then however you want. Depends on your personnel, who you have in your depth chart. But that's what you want to do. B. Scott. You probably won't really use these players, but I'm just showing you guys how we're going to do this. 3-3-5, we can pick any play. Some people say running man coming out to zone is worse or better than. It's just preference. I'll just come out in Tampa 2. Once you come out in Tampa 2, let's come out in the same play right here that they were just in, the flood. Okay, so right here, once you come out, what they like to do is they'll press X, and then they'll audible to the 3-3-5 wide, and then you press LB for show 2. Now you have your people there, right? And you can baseline press, and now we're back to where we were, but we have safeties on the field now instead of linebackers. You know what I'm saying? So we can contain, we can actually set this guy to a spy, and just make it really difficult with this defense right here. Now, you can run cloud flats, you can run whatever flats you want to run. Does not matter. This guy's trying to throw me a pick, son. It's up to you. However you want to do it, man. So there it is. Different variations, different setups. Play with it. You know what I mean? Have fun. You guys know what to do. Love you guys, man. Peace. All right, fellas. Today we're going to talk about the best coaching adjustments that you could be using right now in Madden 22. These adjustments are what I use to compete in the top 10 of Madden 22. I'm currently ranked 5. I was 4, but when I go to sleep, bro, I lose rank. I went back to like 20, so I had to grind back up to 5.
Let's get it going.
I think the guy in number 1 hasn't slept at all, man. To be honest with you, I can't catch that guy for some odd reason. Anyway, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications.
you doing, man?
What's up, kid?
No. No prisoners. I have to beat up the little dude.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Rodgers on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
It feels like the news never stops. So let's get into it. What's happening right now, what it all means for you for an hour every day. It can be hard to keep up, so let's get started together.
Hallie Jackson Now, weekdays at 5 on NBC News Now.
Her daughter was missing. Nancy Eklund began handing out flyers and counting the days without Lindsay, kicking them off on little post-it notes.
Rodgers now on first down.
She also went to talk with Detective Colleen Loomis at the Placentia Police Department.
Good hit.
Nancy
Took a
had
shot,
plans
couldn't
about
connect.
Lindsay.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
It's typical with a lot of parents or family members when they report a missing person.
Rodgers.
Sometimes they give you the idea
Incomplete on the
that
deep
feel like family life because I think there's
Well,
a
if you have
fear
man coverage
that
on the
if they
outside, and my
don't
scouting
think
report on these
there's
DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage,
And I
not
think there was a
zone.
little bit of
And there was
that,
good coverage
with
there that
Nancy.
forced the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Suspects, like the boyfriend.
Rodgers going to throw. Rolling to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on a big play and a first down.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
This
Throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot and fell incomplete.
Because my mom won't let us go. I won't let her go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Chris told police that when their night of clubbing
Again,
went
they'll
bust,
throw with
they pulled
Rodgers.
home earlier than expected. He dropped off water bills.
And this one is incomplete.
Chris said it
An
was
early
after
message
4
that the
a.m.
secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Pull up at that hour. So Chris said Lindsay asked to be dropped off.
3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it
That
on
sounded
4th.
strange to police until
Here
they
we
heard
go
from
on
Lindsay's
4th
friend.
down with a runner of heavy rush, and down he goes. That's
Good D, fellas.
Here on the opening drive of the game, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Of what looked like Chris's truck heading north on the right street at the right time. To the cops, Chris's story added up. And that was when police learned Matthew and Chris were not the only men in Lindsay's life. There was someone else who both Matthew and Chris had mentioned to investigators. An older man who drove Lindsay around. No one knew his name. They had heard
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But it's Zadarius Smith able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
Overall, I'd have to say that's just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
As far as you know, did Lindsay know Marty?
No.
Marty told Nancy that he'd gone to pick up Lindsay at school, but she wasn't there. He said he had money of Lindsay's that she needed for tuition. None of that made any sense to Nancy. Until Lindsay was missing. Nancy and her mother gets a phone call. A guy named Marty.
Marty Rossler.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Befriended Lindsay. He's a friend of Lindsay's, and he's concerned because he hadn't heard from
The give
her.
is to Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Marty Rossler.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He told police he'd offer to pick Lindsay up and give her rides, but that was about it. Marty was 58, and she was 20.
And she was 20.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
So police brought in
Now
Marty.
Prescott.
Over 2 days, they recorded those interviews. At times on video.
He's got his receiver Cooper. Touchdown!
Good game, man.
Amari Cooper, 38
Good game, man.
yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
The day that she went to San Diego on that Friday. Did you believe me? We really didn't believe it.
Sirline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
To say she'd seen Lindsay and a much older man who matched Marty's description together at her store after the day Lindsay went missing. I wasn't there on that day, okay? I grabbed her in that store.
Now after the touchdown in Sirline, he'll kick it away.
You know, identified with, right? Probably every place I've been.
And here's Lewis. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
No. I remember drilling down on him because I really thought that he might know where Lindsay was.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here. Oh, trying to
Good game, man.
Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take
Good game.
over
I know you ain't about to finish this shit out. It's about to get ugly.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it into it for an interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, it's Elliott, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Prescott. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll need a big play here attacking the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabril Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Right now on NBC News now, look at what's making headlines around the world.
We've got 3 new developments just this afternoon.
We begin this hour with breaking news and the growing impact of Russia's assault.
2nd and 20.
To try to escape Ukraine.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Being chased out left. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended.
Good game, though, dude. Okay, quit the game, then. Quit the game. You gotta quit. No.
Let's zoom out a bit to our changing climate. What do you think that the new normal is going to be? We got some promising news this morning about the rollout of COVID vaccines for children under 5.
Have you seen a demand for mental health services increase among Latinos? Another honest conversation of what it means to be Asian American.
The people of the Countryside neighborhood aren't the only ones experiencing what they call environmental injustice.
We're here to try to start conversation. A lot to talk about as we continue our rolling coverage.
We're coming on the air with the news, NBC Scoop.
Bringing the news to you is not only a job, it's an honor.
So many Ukrainians are defending their country one block at a time. When you were still in Kiev, could you hear the bombs? Any lessons?
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City.
We did look at Lindsay's mother. You have to. So I made my cookies and all this kind of silly stuff like I always do. Yeah.
The cops weren't coming for coffee. They arrived with a search warrant, shovels, and cadaver dogs.
I was shocked that they even suspected me. I didn't know what even a search warrant was.
The house Nancy and Lindsay had once shared was torn apart. However, the suspect was mentioned.
I didn't know that Nancy was on her way up her life. She was on her way up to be able to set it aside.
Elliott a first down and more. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed, and he gets this one down to the 24. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Martin, who police didn't trust because of his secret relationship with Lindsay, and because he had lied about his identity. And the man who dropped Lindsay off at that corner, the last person to see her before she vanished. Chris McAmis.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a long.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
We worked this case diligently for a long time. At some point, you hit the wall.
At the time, there was 18 detectives in the section working everything. Drugs, gangs, rapes, murder, and cold cases.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Phenomenal, because he sees things cops don't see. I don't know anybody who could have done a better job than Larry.
The evidence whisperer was about to listen to what the facts of this case were really saying.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
That picture of the top spot on the night of the crime, something about it just doesn't seem right. And the evidence whisperer is all over it. When Dateline continues.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
There's my sweet little sister on the news.
A source of secrets to be discovered. This investigation takes you into the swinger lifestyle.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. these guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the passing in the running game. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard
Good shit.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 6. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
All by himself. Good shit.
Touchdown. Noah Gray, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. They feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again to Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Score.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Prescott now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down count.
Ah, good shit. Lucky motherfucker.
Brings up second down.
Blaze
Chiefs
up.
now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Suddenly, Chris's alibi had a big hole in it. Larry moved on to Chris's history with moving. Two ex-girlfriends.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. It's a keeper with Prescott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half, and the Cowboys have taken the lead.
All right, baby.
Larry found information about Chris's dad, but he was in construction. And the big 2000...
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Now, Chris had told police that he did not want his dad got rid of his unemployment. But Larry saw some big cash deposits going into Chris's bank account where he could lose unemployment checks. So he thought that Chris might have been working for his dad off the book.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Rolling to his right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nashawn Wright, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
At 73, Prince Charles is still waiting for the job that is his birthright.
Do we want Charles? Do we want monarchy?
I'm Keir Simmons, and we'll take on these questions and more in our new podcast, Born to Rule, This and That.
What do you love about fatherhood?
The chaos, the learning. Is climate change one of your top priorities?
What's your message to girls who want to make a difference in their own community?
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
That is his birthright.
Do we want Charles? Do we want monarchy?
I'm Keir Simmons. We'll take on these questions and more in our new podcast, Born to Rule, This and That.
Seduction. Daylight news podcast. Listen now.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something.
Go out, go out.
Because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Desire, dissension, and double cross. The seduction.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Good shit.
It's DeMarcus Robinson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Breaking news this morning.
The grief and the tears that we have seen here.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gray. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The rollout of COVID vaccines for children under 5.
Inflation is almost everything.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire.
You wasn't expecting that.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Explain how that works. Is part of this that everyone's rethinking their jobs, their relationship to their employees? Can you just remind us?
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them
make that hit. One more time, one more time.
Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He is going to find Hill here.
Good shit.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the
What is y'all doing? Good shit.
Chiefs
Bad D, fellas, bad D.
Travis Kelce, 42 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it will tie our game here in the third.
Good shit, good shit.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. On the return.
Oh shit, I ain't mean to do that. Motherfucker.
To the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They start on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And at some point, it became apparent that he knew that we were following him. He broke off the balance and brought Chris in.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
What type of glitching shit was that?
Across midfield before going out of bounds. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Pollard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Larry was on the right track.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They go to Elliott again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right now on NBC News now, look at what's making headlines around the world.
We've got 3 new developments just this afternoon.
We begin this hour with breaking news.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
The factory has gone from making kitchen pots to lethal items.
There's an intense artillery battle underway.
Breaking news this morning.
The heartbreak, the grief, and the tears that we have seen here are all tragically familiar.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Harry Jackson now. Weekdays at 5 on NBC News Now. Born to rule when Charles is king. A new podcast.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 117 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Right now on NBC.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Dak. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14.
Larry moved to
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys.
Good game, man. Good game.
Pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
Good shit, good shit. Alright, that'll do it for the day. Well, for now, to the franchise game. Catch me on some Call of Duty.